Damn, it's a Saturday night, and what do I want to do more than anything? I want to hop on Doctor Who Reddit, man. Yeah. Reddit, man. Obviously a Sunday daytime for you lot, but I'm hopping on the Reddit on a Saturday night, because I've got nothing on, basically. You know, I'm not out clubbing, I'm not out at parties, I'm not doing any of this, any of that. I'm just here, on Reddit. Like a sado. No offence to fellow Redditors. I'm going to stop talking. Actually, no, I'm not, because I'm so close to 1,000 subscribers. Genuinely, I'm like a smidge off, so if you could just subscribe, that'd mean the absolute world. If you want to see more, subscribe with the notification bell on. You get notified every single time I post, which is every day, BTW. If you hit the thumbs up button, that means the world. Comment as well, that helps push my video out, as well as the hype button near the comments, that pushes the video out to loads more people, but you don't have to do any of that. But I'd like it if you did. We had mad Doctor Who merch in the day. Yeah, that I remember this. I do weird. It looks so goofy. Oh god, I could just imagine holding that now. Like, I'm sure 8-year-old me watching Matt Smith as the Doctor would have loved this in my kitchen as my cutlery to eat my chicken dippers with. Don't eat them with a knife and fork, but I would have loved this at the time. I never actually had it, but I remember seeing it about all the time. But as an adult, man, like, if your kid's like, yeah, well, I'm eating my food with that, I'm thinking, nah. It looks so goofy. It doesn't even look good. I don't know how to explain it. Not even remotely good. It looks so cheap and just, ugh. Hang on. I never noticed that the head was on the bottom. I just thought it was, just like that. That's what I thought it looked like. But there's an actual screwdriver head at the bottom. Oh, it's even more goofy. Oh, I hate it. I hate it so much. Get it off my screen, please. My hair looks a bit odd. It always looks odd, but I don't like it. I'm going to put my hood up and just pretend it doesn't look like this. Cursed fan image from the RTD1 era. Grow your own 10th Doctor. What? I mean, how does that even work? Does it grow a fully grown man? A minuscule version? I mean, I get the grow the own alien stuff. That was, you know, basic knowledge that they breed if you put them in the fridge together or something like that. But this just seems a bit odd. Does he look like that? I need to know what this looks like. Hold on. I'm going to get my trusty keyboard out and do some research. Oh my god. In doing research, I found this. I had this. This is mad. I can't find any, like, post-growth things of these. Like, I don't know what it looks like after it's fully grown. I can just see the pre-version, which is this, and it looks disturbing. There's something else. Do you remember, like, the make your own sonic screwdrivers that they had? There wasn't, like, you could buy like Matt Smith's screwdriver or David Tennant's screwdriver, but you could also, like, make your own one. Let me see if I can find it. I found it the other day and I completely forgot it existed, and it, like, brought back loads of memories. Yeah, these things are just so weirdly nostalgic to me. Like, that one, I remember, like, that middle bit I'd put with that one and that black bit there. Oh, it's so weird just seeing this again. I was obsessed with the screwdriver vids when I was a kid, and I'd always watch Vote Saxon 07, who has gone on to do some crazy stuff. Trigger warning for unaliving people. There's this YouTuber called Vote Saxon 07, and I used to watch him, like, review the screwdrivers and stuff when I was a kid. And a couple of years ago, he allegedly killed his wife. I think the trial's still going, so I can't really comment. I don't know anything, but, you know, still. And, like, it's a real dark, like, there's a documentary on it that I saw bits of, and it's just, like, really dark. And I'm just like, oh my god. I used to watch this guy when I was, like, 8, playing with sonic screwdrivers, and now he's allegedly got off to someone, so that's not very nice. So actually, this image doesn't hold as much niceness as it once did. But yeah, oh god, I do remember these. Oh, they were cool, weren't they? They were very, very cool. We had it good, man. We had it good. It's still crazy to me that the missing episodes are returning before we get any news about the next season. I mean, it would always happen between seasons, I'd imagine, but I have season 3 news, but probably not the one you're expecting. Yeah, we're waiting for, like, season 3 of, like, the Disney era, and, like, we've just been given missing episodes from season 3 of the classic era, the OG season 3. I hadn't thought about that. That is a slightly weird coincidence, that. Russell, David Tennant can't wear women's clothes. John Pertwee. Yep. It is true. I don't know. The thing about Russell, he has such good, like, such good meaning behind the things he does. Like the getting rid of Davros in a wheelchair thing, like that. At the time, I was like, no, this is bad. Cancel Russell T Davies. This is awful. But I've heard people in wheelchairs that I know speak about how they actually are quite glad about that. And so I'm not in a wheelchair. I can't go, bad decision, revert it. If everyone in a wheelchair all simultaneously went, this was a bad idea, bring back the old Davros, I'd think fair enough, but a lot of them like it, so I'm not one to judge on that. I can't speak about it. Would I have rather they just didn't involve Davros at all going forward? Probably, yeah, let's not change things, but yeah, or like come up with a reason for him to not be in a wheelchair anymore. But I don't know, and just the stuff, like I saw a clip of him talking about the dead naming in the Star Beast for Rose and stuff like that, and I just think he's got good meaning behind it, but a lot of the stuff that he says, like, doesn't make sense. Like, for this, why can't David Tennant wear Jodie Whittaker's clothes? Because he's not trans. And because he's not I think that was the reason Russell gave, because he's not trans, it almost seems like a mockery to have him wear women's clothes, which I can see is coming from a good place, but doesn't make any sense. There's so many shows out there like Mrs. Brown's Boys, awful. A League of Gentlemen, not great, in my opinion. And even in Doctor Who, this image existed in the 70s. And this isn't transphobic unless he thinks it is. I don't know. To me, it just, there's always good meaning behind it, but it just makes no sense. Russell, I love you to bits though. You're a great guy. Me when the next Doctor's a hot twink femboy. Yes! Now I've been in some Twitter arguments and stuff over the post about Oliver Cole, who was Russell T Davies. I think he's his boyfriend, has that been confirmed now? Something like that, shut up. And there was a video of Oliver on the TARDIS and he threw his coat over the railing, he was tapping all the buttons and he was striding around, and I just got the vibe that he'd be a really, really good Doctor. Now, we've had a gay Doctor. And the thing I'll say about this is if we went back to a straight white male Doctor, the show would have less guns blazing at it all the time. Because a lot of the grifters, the things that they say the most are, Doctor woke because he black and gay, blah. Which obviously I have no problem with. But if the Doctor was a white straight male, they'd have to find another reason to hate on the show. So I wouldn't be surprised if the show does go back to a white straight male to try and lure a new audience in. But then you're trying to cater to the bad people. But I just think the show has a lot of bad press online when it comes to the fans. I say the fans, the ex-fans, the ones who were like Doctor Who 1963 to 2017. And I feel like, like I said, a lot of the things they say is like, the Doctor's woke because he's black and because he likes men, even though the Doctor has always liked men, and the colour of his skin doesn't matter one bit. They claim it's woke. So I wouldn't be shocked if they did go back and do a white straight male Doctor like David Tennant again, to try and just calm down the bullets constantly being fired at them. But should they do that? I think it's kind of cowardly. But if it's really affecting the ratings, I'm not too sure. It depends how desperate they are for money. And I'm sure Council of Geeks will make a great video. I watched a Council of Geeks video earlier that talked a lot about how, like, there's the guy who's in charge of Pixar is, like, not pushing out trans plot lines and gay plot lines because he's a coward. This is just, watch the video, it's a great video. I'm butchering it so much here. Vera, I love your videos if you ever see this. And like, this is what I'm saying about Doctor Who, I'm sort of bringing that into this, like, they could do the cowardly thing of going back to a straight white male Doctor who falls in love with his blonde female companion. And they could do that to up the ratings because it means that all the grifters will come back and watch. But that's a cowardly move because the Doctor Who should evolve with the times. And getting a gay black Doctor in was the perfect way to do that. It's just a shame that the show was partnered with Disney and that the whole relationship didn't go down the way it should have done or was planned to. So I don't know where I stand. I do know where I stand. I want them to keep progressing. I want a trans Doctor, a trans actor playing the Doctor. I want an Indian actor playing the Doctor. I want a one-armed actor playing the Doctor. I want to bring as much as much representation as possible. And, you know, I'm not saying they'll just cast someone because of da-da-da-da-da, but I think we should, you know, we've got so much Doctor Who out there that is just the normal people, as the grifters say, of, like, you know, just a straight person. And I think we should have more for kids out there who have one arm or are in a wheelchair or stuff like that, and just have representation of that in the show so they feel like they're not alone. Am I wrong to say that? If I just offended loads of people, apologies if I have. But that's how I see it. I just see it as the show is a big representation thing, and I think that's not a bad thing. In some shows, it can be deemed as that, as like, oh, they've only got that person in because they're in a wheelchair. I don't really give a toss, but, like, whatever. With Doctor Who, it's a show about representation. You want to see yourself on the screen. And as much as I prefer when the Doctor's a male, because I'm a male and I can relate to him more, I'm not going to be selfish and just say you should only be male forever, because I'm not the only geezer in the world, and, you know, we should have representation of everybody. This has been such a rambly video. I feel like it's gone like all ups and downs and left and rights and all this and waffle. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do subscribe, leave a like. If you've liked what you see, hit the notification bell when you subscribe. It means you get notified every single time I post. Leave a comment. What do you think about anything I've just talked about here? And yeah, press the hype button in the comments as well. It means the absolute world. If you want to help me out in a monetary way, you can become a channel member. You get access to member-only videos when they drop. You also get a shout out at the end of every video. And if you want to leave a super thanks in the comments, you get a one-time shout out in the next video. Or don't do any of it. Don't do anything. And just go back to eating crisps and watching telly. I've been Sam. Thank you very much for watching. And ta-ra.